The space between. That's what I like to call this pause in our lives. We're in strange times and everything is so unsure, but one thing is certain, and that's we're able to meet in the space between. We've realised what we have already, but in my case, it's what I found. I've lived and I've learned, but now I'm living, learning, and communicating in a way that's completely new. It's difficult and challenging, but that doesn't mean it can't be done. In this time, I got thrown a curveball. I chose to catch it and see what would happen. I found people who made this time less challenging. They got me through the good and the bad days in ways I didn't think possible. You could say we met in the space between. I wouldn't change it for the world. They opened my eyes and showed me what I was missing. So yeah, things may not be totally normal. We're celebrating birthdays on Zoom. Some of us are even doing drama and dance lessons on Zoom. But it gives us a sense of normality and eases our minds seeing a familiar face or hearing a comforting voice.
Before that day, we were mostly happy with our normal lives, and the only worries we had were about school exams. This is a crazy world we live in right now. I only wish we had not have taken the world we lived in only a mere 3 months ago for granted.
I wish I could go to the countryside since it's such a warm summer. I mean, I do live in the countryside, but other countryside, places outside the 5 kilometre radius. Everything seems to be outside the 5 kilometres of my house. It's like there's a line where I can go, and over that line are all the places I actually want to go. But that's just human nature, wanting what you can't have.
But I've been kept busy, as my cat just had 7 kittens and I have to take care of them before I sell them. But I miss everything about travelling, but most of all learning about all the different cultures and traditions.
I have the time to do things, and have the equipment to do those things, but I just lack the ability to follow through with those things. I would just rather do anything else, like watch YouTube or lie in my bed. And it makes me feel horrible, because I know that doing those things would make me feel better in every way.
I miss my family, and I'm not sure when I'll get to visit them again. At least I'm lucky enough to have the technology to still hear them, even though they may not physically be there.
I have time on my hands to do more now, which should be a really good thing. It should be an opportunity, and is, but it comes with this pressure too. It makes me feel bad when I'm not doing something, or when I'm not doing something big enough. Like I should be learning to play guitar, or writing a book, or becoming a master chef, but I just can't motivate myself. I feel this huge pressure to be leaving lockdown better than I was before it, but all that pressure is doing is preventing me from enjoying all this free time. I feel overwhelmed by all this time now, and from being told that I can do whatever I want with it. But that's not really true, is it? I can't see my friends, or go on a day out to town, or the beach, or out shopping, or even out of my house most days, and definitely not outside a 20-kilometre radius. I'm starting to think it's much worse having all this time when all I feel like I'm doing is wasting it.
Things seem to be looking up though. The restrictions are slowly loosening, and I know that I just have to stay strong.
I hope to go out for my 18th. Have a lash across town. Who knows where we'll go, but the where doesn't matter. It's the who. Who will be there? 4 of us spread to far-flung corners or more. On occasions like these, we must live, truly live. It might be messy, mad or mighty, but we will have lived it as we should have or would have.
I just want to laugh with them, hug them, go for lunch, but mainly a different view. Fed up of my 4 walls, fed up of endless swapping between apps, changing channels, same dinners, same faces. I just want change. I want to feel the cold floor of college under my feet. I want to feel the warmth of another hugging me. I want to feel my face get red and my cheeks get sore from laughing. I want to feel positive. I want to go places. I just want everything to be normal. Sorry, I'm late.
Dear Mum and Dad, no cleaning today. Hooray! And guess what? I've learned 2 rules of badness. Already! I found a quite clean book in one of the desks, and I wrote in it. Uncle came into the classroom. He was shining up his big gold badge with his sleeve. I said, nice. When will I get my badge? Uncle was nasty. He said, not until you know the 9 rules of badness. And that will take you years and years because you are not crafty enough to find them out swiftly. I said, maybe not, but I am still going to try my hardest. Uncle said, very well, my clueless cub. Let us start with a story which might help you out. 2 rules of badness are hidden in it, but you are much too small and hopeless to find them. I said, never mind, tell me the story anyway. So Uncle smiled his big, horrible smile, and he began. Once upon a time, there were 3 little piggies, and they got on my nerves singing that they were not afraid of Big Bad Wolf, and they kept going, ha, 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 all the time. So I huffed, and I puffed their houses down and ate them. I made a joke. I said, gosh, Uncle, fancy eating their houses. Were the bricks tasty? Uncle said, silence, Speck. That is not funny. Grr, I had once had a blasted, dreadful accident with a brick house. I nearly blew my head off trying to huff it down. So you blinking, blunking, keep quiet about brick houses. I said, well, now I think I have made a guess. I know the rules 1 and 2 are, Uncle. The answer is, rule 1, huff and puff a lot. Rule 2, say lots of rude words. Uncle got very angry. He said, Grr, how did you know that? You must have cheated. Somebody told you those rules. I said, nobody told me. I guessed. And I wrote rule 1 and 2 in my book of badness. He went, Grr, and bit a lump out of the sink. Love from Littley.
Dear Mum and Dad, I woke up this morning feeling a bit tickly with ants in my rucksack. They were small, but plenty of them, and quite tasty for breakfast. Then I was more cheery. I started walking soon after the sun jumped out. It was hiding behind a hill. 3 hours later. I have stopped now for a rest and one of Mum's rabbit rolls. I could go for one right now. Anyway. Yum yum.
Sorry.
Only 25 left.
Did you just say rabbit rolls?
Yes, they were great grandma's special.
Okay. So speaking of Grandma, would you mind reading your letter for us? Grandma, you're on mute.
Grandma!
Unmute yourself.
Mike!
Oh, silly Zooms nowadays. Dear Mum and Dad, I've arrived. It took me all day, what with the path so overgrown, but I found Uncle's school at last. The fox was right. This is the shockingest, darkest part of the forest. Much too late to ring the bell. If I wake up Uncle now, he is sure to eat me. I've tried putting up my tent, but no good, so I've made a small lair in a bush in the college garden. Okay, but a bit prickly. Oh no, now it's drizzling here. Sorry about the smudges. I wish I was curled up at home under my nice dry rock. Talk about spooky. So overgrown with eyes and crooks and squeaks everywhere. Good thing I've got my torch. I'm holding it in my mouth to see what I am writing. Also, I can point it and light up the sign by the door of the schoolhouse. It says, Cunning College.
Badges awarded for wicked ways, dirty deeds, and bad habits. Gosh, sorry about that. Something went woo and made me jump. This is so scary, it stands up your fur. Not sure when I will find a postbox, but I just want to say something. Okay, I did teach my little brug, I love little pussy, and Christopher Robin is saying his prayers and actions. I admit that. But that was just tricks, honest. You know I'm not really nice and polite. I do not usually brush my teeth and fur either. You asked Yeller. I just hope Uncle isn't too cruel. I do not want to get boiled. This could be my last letter, ever, and it will be all your fault. Yours damply, Mr. L. Wolf.
Grandma, can I just ask, what did you think of the tough times little Wolf had? It must have been very scary and lonely for him.
Ah, yes, but it's character building for young wolves.
Okay, could you elaborate more on that?
Well, all young wolves need to train up to be bad and blow down pig houses, and you can't do that being spoiled. You hear me, Angela?
Dear Mum and Dad, I'm a bit lost. I think I've come to Lonesome Lake just where the River Rover runs up to it. I used Dad's map as a tablecloth for my picnic lunch. Now it's hard to tell if you come to a river or a bit of a bacon rind. I have not had a word from you to return home, so I must continue on this stupid long journey. Even though I might never find Uncle Big Bad, he never answers Dad's letters. Maybe Cunning College is closed, and he has moved from Fretton Forest. Anyway, how will I know I have found him when I do? I have that wanted poster you gave me, but it is years old. Maybe he has changed. What will he look like now? Too scary, I bet. Just now the sun fell into the water. I did not like it. Now the moon has come up and I can just see my pen and paper. But I wish it was brighter. My tent is stupid. It falls down all the time, so I've curled up in my rucksack. Camping is the worst thing, and maps too. I am Froz, I am hopeless. Yours tiredly, Little Wolf.
Dear Mum and Dad, I'm writing this underneath the bridge in a town called Roaring River. This makes 6 bridges I've crossed on my journey, and still not even in Beastshire yet. I am sure it is much, much further than Fretton Forest, and that Dad said. Spent last night underneath a bus shelter, quite warm and unscary, with my torch switched on, going on flash. Mother always says yellow eyes are friends with the dark.
Dear Mum and Dad, guess what? I'm not dead yet. Woke up this morning so damp and froze. I thought, blood, be brave. Better be boiled than die of frost. So went ding dong on the bell. Next thing, boom, boom, boom. Big feet coming down the hall. Loads of huff and puff. The door went ee-ah, and there was Uncle Big Bad, all tall and thin and horrible. He is not like in the wanted poster. His eyebrows are like furry caterpillars. Okay, and
sorry, Angelina, I'm just going to stop you there. We're just running out of a bit of time, and I just want to get the last letter on tape. So, Mia, I believe you're the last one.
Mia, could you just, your mic, I know this is hard with the Zoom and all, but could you just make sure your mic is turned on for us? You're still muted on us, Mia.
Okay, we're just having a bit of technical
We're having some technical issues, so
we'll just give it 2 seconds. I'll see if I can unmute her here.
Yeah.
Is there any questions you'd like to ask?
Oh. So Mia's screen is black. I know this is hard with the Zoom and all, but you're still muted on us. This Zoom crack,
it's not as handy as they say it is.
I don't think Mia can turn her mic off.
This monkey represents me, and this globe is my home, and the snow is people trying to make it nice. I have this specific book for a specific reason, because I really wish this was a video game, and it wasn't real.
I just added in Dumbledore because I've been watching a lot of Harry Potter at the moment. Cable because I've been FaceTiming a lot of my friends, so I feel connected to them.
Exam papers, books, because I've literally been getting so much homework and it's annoying me. Most of my days are just spent just doing homework. Annoying. I have too much time on my hands after I do the homework.
I have a little envelope because me and my friend have started sending letters to each other. It's a different way of staying in contact, which is nice.
And representing the fact that I've spent the majority, well, not the majority, but a lot of my time just working on the farm, I have a single carrot.
We're in a dark situation, so we need to bring some light into it. That's why I brought to life. I have little Cadbury's, like chocolate yolk, because I'm eating a lot of chocolate because I'm bored. I'm singing a lot. My school gave us food. Like all the students in my school got food, like a big bag of food, so that was very helpful.
The thing is, I've been making origami, and I've given them names. This is Ross, and this is Joey. Joey the frog, Ross the dinosaur. So reading a lot. This is one of my favorite books, Ignite Me. I have this piece of my telescope, and I look at the moon at times.
I have a controller in here because I haven't really been going onto my PlayStation that often. I've mostly been outside or, really just relaxing, really. I've been mostly reading this book. It's called Checkmates. It's about a boy called Felix, and he struggles to concentrate on things, and his granddad teaches him chess.
Cool.
And I've got this little flexible dude here, and his eyes light up.
I miss everyone in general. Not in school, or out and about, or locally, just in general. Even though we have the internet to stay connected to each other, it'd be nice to see all those faces in person rather than through a screen. I have a lot to be thankful for. I've a garden, a roof over my head, and a loving family and all. But if I was given the chance to spend 1 hour back, just to go back to normality, back to a time when, before this, when everything was normal, when everything was right, when nothing to be worried about, I'd take it.
I haven't done anything like this in ages.
No, you can't just go out and see people.
Oh, Jesus.
Excuse me, is it even a scary bit?
Yeah, this is just an ad for another movie. Are you alright?
I think I might have just had a heart attack. Oh my god. How did you not think that was scary?
It was an ad for the Tumbly Boots.
An ad. How?
That wasn't.
I won't be watching that movie anyways.
It's in the night garden.
Is this a pause or is it just a freeze going on?
It's been frustrating advising people and not really helping them when they freeze.
Trying to fit my body into the really tiny frame. So any spatial awareness that I have is just gone out the window.
Sure, I thought we talked over each other in class. This whole other experience.
These people are small and also far away.
Where does it come from? Where does it go? Hazily drifting snow on snow. Out of distance, out of sky, further than anything, high on high. Is it a goose that sits up there, dropping her feathers down everywhere? Is it a gander, white and fat? What is he thinking of? What is he at? Why does the snowflake vanish when I taste it on my tongue? And why does it grow so grey? When I roll it into a ball. Why is it cold? Why is it wet? Why do we wait so long to get snowflakes out of far off sky, further than anything, high on high?
You only wear makeup to impress them. You look so fake. You only wear makeup because you're insecure. I don't wear makeup because I feel like I need to cover up, or if I don't feel confident. I wear makeup because it's fun. It's like a painting on my face.